Do you guys, are there any that you guys think of?
That may be the best of them, but I'm partial to Stud, which tells the story. It invents a character, but so what? And it tells the story very, very clearly and poignantly about African slaves who bring a case before the United States Supreme Court. It's very, very well done.
What about you, Dave?
I would actually go back to All the President's Men, not only because all newspaper reporters do look like either Robert Redford or Dustin Hoffman. We know that's a factual truth. But there is sort of an honesty in how the reporters build their case in that movie, that they don't just go right to Nixon's doorstep and nail him. A lot of reporting is about starting at the sort of atomic level. You get handed a little bit of a tip, or maybe you see something in a local courtroom, and slowly that builds and it leads them, to the scandal that's beneath all of that. It's
very honest about the big mistake they make too.
Absolutely.
Where they misunderstand what somebody says.
Right, and that costs
what you Sloan says, and that costs them badly.
What about you, Chris? What do you think of?
There's been some good ones. Last King of Scotland. I think the one about eating Frost Nixon. I don't know that much about the situation, but it seemed truthful, and that for me is the key. There's a difference between the truth and truthful. And I think that if you're truthful, part of the drill of being a screenwriter is that you have to love your characters. Even Richard Nixon, you have to, that's part of the job. And if you present somebody's humanity, if you present somebody's truth, you can't stray too far. I think that's my benchmark.
And Nixon's just such a fascinating historical character. There was a movie called, I think it was called Secret Honor, about Richard Nixon.
Philip Baker Hall.
Philip Baker Hall played him, and you don't know if any of it's true because it's just Richard Nixon sort of walking around. It felt true to everything we've learned about the character of Richard Nixon. I thought it was a great expression of Richard Nixon, at least as I understand him as a figure, as a character, as a person, but you don't know if any of it's true because it's monologues.
Having written, worked on Nixon, I can tell you that we were really scrupulous about, because you recognize the importance of the historical character. Richard Nixon is on a different level than Abscam, I think, or Argo. These are sideshows in a way, massively entertaining, wonderful movie.
But he's a central historical character.
Exactly. I think that it depends on the story that you're telling. I think that the bar is different.
What about you, Kate?
I mean, All the President's Men, you just can't think of anything better. And as a political reporter, it's like one of those movies that I watched when I was a lot younger, and then you imagine that Washington is going to be just like that. It's not, unfortunately.
It's not?
We'd love to just run across an Abscam or a Watergate kind of scenario, but that was a movie that certainly got me interested in wanting to come and be a reporter. So.
And take down the next president.
Sure, I haven't done that quite yet, but I'm working on it.
But that's what
I'm going to wear my Santa hat.
That's what makes it so extraordinary, because everybody then, I think it's sort of, we talk about this like post-Watergate media culture, and everybody's trying to have, not everybody, but there's a certain strain of reporter maybe that is grasping for the next Watergate. But what made All the President's Men so extraordinary was it doesn't happen every day. It doesn't. It maybe happens once or twice in history, and here it is, and you're actually seeing these reporters piece it together from scratch. Anyway, what should we know today? Our answers from the panel coming up after this.